Miriam Makeba, the voice of Africa and the spirit of resistance. She was more than just a singer. She was a warrior with a microphone. Her voice carried the pain, pride, and hope of a continent under oppression. From the dusty townships of South Africa to the grand stages of the world, Miriam Makeba sang for justice, for dignity, and for Africa. This is the powerful story of Mama Africa, the woman who dared to sing against apartheid. Miriam Makeba was born on March 4, 1932 in Prospect Township near Johannesburg, South Africa. Her mother, Christina Makeba, was a domestic worker and a traditional healer. Her father, Caswell, died when she was just 6 years old. Life was not easy. Growing up under apartheid, Miriam experienced poverty, racism, and exclusion, but music was always present in her life. She joined the choir at the Kilmerton Training Institute, a mission school in Pretoria, where she began developing her voice and passion for performance. Though she didn't receive extensive formal education, her voice became her true instrument of influence, and education came through life experience. Miriam married young and had one daughter, Bongi Makeba, who later became a singer herself. Miriam's personal life was filled with triumph and tragedy. She was married several times, most famously to Stokely Carmichael, a prominent leader of the U.S. Black Power movement. This marriage caused political fallout in America and deeply affected her career in the U.S., forcing her to relocate. Despite her challenges, she remained close to her family and often collaborated with her daughter Bongi until Bongi's untimely death in 1985. Miriam's career began in the 1950s when she joined the Manhattan Brothers, a South African jazz group. She later formed her own female group, the Skylarks, blending jazz with traditional African melodies. Her unique style stood out, blending Western music with Xhosa and Zulu sounds. Her breakthrough came in 1959, with her appearance in the film Come Back Africa, which was shown at the Venice Film Festival. Her performance attracted international attention, and she was invited to perform in the United States, just as the South African government began restricting her. In 1960, while Miriam was on tour abroad, the apartheid regime revoked her passport, exiling her for over 30 years. But exile only amplified her voice. In America, she recorded hits like Pata Pata, the Click Song, Konkotwane, and Malaika. She used her growing platform to speak out against apartheid. In 1963, she addressed the United Nations, denouncing the South African regime. Her speech shocked the world, a young African woman speaking boldly against a racist system. But activism came with consequences. After marrying Stokely Carmichael in 1968, her concerts were canceled, and she was blacklisted in the U.S. She relocated to Guinea, where President Sékou Touré welcomed her with open arms. She became a diplomat for Guinea and continued to tour the world, always with a message of freedom. After decades in exile, the winds of change began to blow. In 1990, following the release of Nelson Mandela, Makeba was invited to return to her homeland. Mandela himself asked her to come back, recognizing her as a cultural icon and freedom fighter. Her return was emotional. For the first time in over 30 years, she stepped back onto South African soil, no longer as an exile, but as a hero. She resumed her music career and continued to advocate for human rights, especially focusing on women's issues and African unity. Even in her later years, Miriam Makeba remained active. She performed across the globe, sang at political events, and continued her humanitarian work. On November 9, 2008, while performing in Italy at a concert against organized crime, she collapsed on stage and passed away shortly after. It was poetic. She died doing what she loved, using her voice to speak out against injustice. Miriam Makeba's impact went far beyond music. She became a symbol of African pride and womanhood, a voice for the voiceless, and an international icon of resistance. She received numerous awards, including the Dag Hammarskjöld Peace Prize and UNESCO's Grand Prix du Conseil International de la Musique. She paved the way for generations of African artists, proving that culture and politics are not separate. They are deeply connected. Today, artists like Angelique Kidjo, Yemi Alade, and Thandiswa Mazwai stand on her shoulders. In a world where artists are often silent on political issues, Miriam Makeba reminds us of the power of courage. She didn't just entertain. She challenged systems, crossed borders, and united people with her music. Her songs, like Pata Pata, may make us dance, but her voice reminds us of our responsibility to speak up, to resist, and to rise. Miriam Makeba's life teaches us that true greatness comes from standing for something greater than yourself. She was Mama Africa, a legend, a warrior, a voice of hope. Which Miriam Makeba song touches your soul the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more powerful stories from Africa's most iconic legends. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep her voice alive.